How the West was heard. Your host, Charlie West, bringing to light those artists that normally get shoveled a whole bunch of darkness from the music business.
He was just saying it nicely. They shovel something. It's not necessarily darkness. I absolutely have a heart for musicians and those who are trying to get a break and want to get their message out, want to get some attention, want to get heard for what they have to bring to you. But it is so narrow casted, and Nashville's not run by country people anymore. Nashville is run by Hollywood anymore these days. So if you don't have just the right look, you don't say just the right kind of thing, and you maybe shovel things that used to be really important to us in the country music world, kind of push that aside. You're talking about God, country. I don't know if we have any room for that here in Hollywood. I mean, Nashville. So you get what I'm saying. I am so excited to always get to bring any kind of artists who are up and comers, who are local maybe and haven't gotten a break, or maybe they don't want a break. They just like it where they are and they want to stay there. So let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, cowboys, cowgirls, Ryan J. Hello, Ryan.
How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. Where do you call home?
Michigan. Yep.
Really? How's that? Are you born and raised?
Yeah, south of Detroit. Yeah. So I live in the country though. I'm more towards the Ohio line. So I'm in the flatland in the country, but it is Michigan, about 40 minutes outside of Detroit.
Hey, my girlfriend Gretchen Wilson, she was from Illinois. Not exactly what you think of as country, but when you're living in the country, you grew up in the country, the music applies because the music talks to our lifestyle. Unfortunately, our lifestyle seems to be getting smaller and smaller as the cities encroach on everybody, it seems like to me. So what was it like growing up where you grew up? Walk me through what it was like being a kid as Ryan J.
I mean, being a young kid, I mean, it was fairly simple, until I was about 10, 12 years old. But once I was 14, my whole love for music came in. So getting the guitars, I started playing guitar when I was 15, 16. Really didn't take lessons, kind of self-taught, and I grew up on country music as a young kid, I mean, just all the old stuff, the George Strait, Keith Whitley, Johnny Paycheck. My dad loved all the old stuff. So I grew up on that. But when I was 15, 16, I got my guitar. I wanted to rock and play some heavy music. So I got like in a metal hardcore band and played heavy music.
Oh, you did? You totally did, huh?
Toured East Coast, Midwest through Canada. A lot of wild stories from that. But, as I got older, my love for country came back and, it never went away, but it's just, kind of settled with me. I just started writing it out of nowhere. And here I am today.
So when did that transition happen? When do you think you found the country heart again?
About 1920, probably. Yeah.
About 19,
what? When I was like 19, 20 years old.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So you were actually touring before that in a rock band.
Oh yeah. Heavy band. Very heavy.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man. So you do have stories. Crazy kid.
Yeah.
So, what's been your response to when you get your music going? Your country music.
I mean, I've been pretty blessed lately with a lot of things, and just I've been at it. I didn't start getting real serious with the country music till like 2012, and I don't even think I honed it in good until like the past 2-3 years, to be honest. So, I just been reaching out, recording. And I just came out with an EP, Plymouth Rock Sessions, Unplugged, and 2 songs on there, High Road and Hard Time. During the pandemic, I reached out to Janae Fleener, which is actually Blake Shelton's fiddle player. She fiddles for John Pardee, John Anderson. I mean, a lot of the people, down in Music Row. But I mean, she's Blake Shelton's right-hand fiddle player. I mean, that's who she plays with, most of the time. I reached out to her during the pandemic, and she posted a video on Instagram of her playing like an old Merle Haggard cover, The Way I Am. And I was like, oh, I love it. you did such an amazing job. Like, I'm a huge fan. And she's like, oh, honey, you're so sweet. And I said, hey, I got 1 or 2 songs I would love for you to play fiddle on. And, you know, I was like, you probably don't have the time. And here I am thinking that.
That is awesome.
And she replied back. She
wrote her.
She's like, send him over, sweetie. I'm like, oh, you're the best. Like,
hey, you know what? If you don't ask, it definitely will never happen. Well, I think that's awesome, man.
So, some of my friends think I'm crazy because I'll ask the biggest people the wildest questions.
Why not? Absolutely.
Exactly.
So she said yes.
Yeah, she said yeah. And she High Road and Hard Time, which is on YouTube. The lyric videos are on that, and it's off my brand new EP. Those are the 2 songs that she laid the fiddle down. So that fiddle you hear is Jenny Fleener. Yeah, very blessed.
Fantastic.
Yeah, very blessed for that one. 100%.
Man, I know this is weird. You don't have your instrument, and I don't even know what time it is where you are because can you give us a little taste of what you do and what makes you unique?
I mean, as far as just like a little acapella.
Yeah,
man, I could. Let's see. I got pulled over doing 55 in a 35. She asked, have you been drinking? And I said, what the hell do you think? Yeah. She said, step out of your truck and put your hands up. You're under arrest, son. So I put my pedal to the gas and said, have fun catching my hillbilly country ass. Yeah. So so I came to Minnesota to record the song with my good buddy Naughty Northern that we're going on tour with. Well, we actually already started the tour, but we're continuing the tour dates next week. So that's one I wrote with him called Hillbilly Country Ass. We just did the music video out in Coalinga, California, in the middle of the desert for the mud bog. And,
what? You were there?
Yes.
I grew up in Bakersfield, not far from there. I know exactly where you are and where you're talking about.
They do this big Mud and Mayhem mud festival, and we went out there to play with the good old boys, Naughty Northern. We actually played 2 nights, played some shows out there. But then for that song I just sung to you, Hillbilly Country Ass, which is going to be dropping here in a couple weeks, we shot the music video out there, and it turned out like legendary. So we're like super excited about it. So
that's awesome.
You got a little sneak preview.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. The lyrics are hilarious. Did you do you have who's bankrolling all this for you? Because you got to get a video crew out there and editing and all this kind of stuff coming in.
I'm just working with a good team right now. As far as we're all independent. We're very, very independent. So, it's me, my buddy Naughty Northern here in Minnesota, good old boys out there in California. Everybody's independent, so we all kind of help each other out. There's no big labels here. There's no big management. If the right thing does come along, if the right thing comes along,
that's grassroots. I love it.
Yeah.
But you're bankrolling yourself, then it sounds like you're not with a label or anything. No,
it's hard sometimes, but we're doing it ourselves right now, and we might stay independent. I mean, if it keeps on coming, I mean, I love the dream of it. I'm not to say if the right deal was to come along, I'd say yes or no. But as far as independent, I mean, there's a lot of artists that do it out in Texas. You got Cody Jinks. That's one of out west by you in California, you got Whitey Morgan. Whitey Morgan was a Flint boy in Flint, Michigan. So he's from my home state, but now he's out in California, in the Sequoia Mountains, doing his thing, man. So, and those guys are independent. Yeah, they got management that helps them, but I mean, there's no label, you know what I mean? So
I love it. I think that's fantastic.
It's not impossible, you know what I mean? So we'll see.
I want to thank Jeremy Lancaster for letting me know about you.
Yeah.
He's the one that turned me on to you. So anyone else, of anyone, you'll find me on Facebook, Charlie West, CharlieWest. And you can like my page and write me through there anytime you want. Because I want to help people like you.
I love it.
I was there. I was a professional musician for a while, but when I got into my radio career, I found I had a whole lot more fun entertaining people and playing music that somebody else had recorded
100%, man. Hey,
But my brother was a musician all of his days. Lost him at way too young of an age in 2017. But
I'm sorry to hear that.
trying to get any kind of traction, and he was an excellent songwriter and lyricist, and just trying to get any kind of traction is just ridiculous because there's so many others trying to do the same thing. And the social media and the way things are now affords us the ability to do and get attention, to get noticed exactly the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you. Yeah.
So that's what I want this show to be about. That's what I want to really encourage other artists. So anyone need anything, look me up, Charlie West on Facebook. Right now, I have some other things going on too, but I got a radio and TV career out here on the West Coast. Northern California, where a country boy can survive.
Yeah.
As Hank Williams Jr. mentioned in his song, Northern California, there's a reason for that. If you're thinking we're all just surfers and in hot tubs and smoking dope, sorry to disappoint.
Right.
Don't believe what Hollywood sells you. I want to encourage anyone who can to purchase your music.
Yeah.
Make it part of their playlist. Where can we go to find that?
Well, you all my stuff is on iTunes and Spotify. So if you look up the newest EP, if you look up Ryan J on iTunes or Spotify, look up Plymouth Rock Sessions Unplugged. That's my EP, the one with the Janae on fiddle. 2 of the songs on there. It's a 4-song EP. I'm doing another big thing for a song on there called Broken Mind. That's going to be happening here in May. So that's a very important EP. We're not done with it yet. We're still pumping it out, and we got some big things planned for it. So yeah.
Do you have other songs though for sale where you can download on
iTunes. Yeah. Yep.
On iTunes.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you go to we have hard copies at the show. So if you come to a live show, Ryan J's got hard copies for you. But
that would be awesome.
No, as far as
in the meantime though, if you download one of his songs off of iTunes, it might not seem like much, but every single little bit helps at this point. And if you can encourage others to do the same, if you like what you hear, and so far, just that one little song you're saying, I like your attitude.
Thank you.
I like that a lot. That's a lot of fun.
We do got a lot of serious songs, so heartfelt songs. But I wanted to give you something a little. The song I just sung you is why I'm here in Minnesota today. I had to be up at 3:45 in the morning in Detroit and trucked it all the way over here. So here I am.
Let's get back to your touring days before you got to country.
Yeah.
Everybody who ever tours always has some great stories about when something went so wrong, or something went so right. I like to hear both.
We'll be here all day, but
I know I love these stories.
So we were young. we were real young, and
yeah, apparently
about 19, and so. Just young kids. So our first tour that we did, the band was called Strength and Honor. So if you look it up, Strength, the letter N, Honor, Strength and Honor, you'll find us on YouTube and floating around, pictures of me looking thinner in the face and no hair on my face. But we did the tour up through. We went through Canada to the East Coast, going through Quebec, and then going to New York, and then all the way down. East Coast, for the tours, but we had some shows in Quebec. So we were young. We had a 15-passenger van with a trailer, and we're trucking it, and we get past like Windsor, and we're trucking it. We're a couple hours into our drive. I don't know, 6 hours or so, and we're like, we're gonna pull over, get some sleep, before the show. So we pull over, and we go into this hotel. It's like a hotel bar. And we go in there and we're like, hey, we need, a room, blah, blah. And these people are all, we didn't even think about it. They're all speaking French. We're like, we can't understand them. So,
yeah, right,
and our young dumbasses did not think about that. So we're trying to communicate with them. And finally, through sign language and very, small communication of English words, we got it. And then we ended up partying there that night, and turns out, really, old ladies like our bass player Pierce, and they're buying us drinks all night, and they can't speak a lick of English, but they're karaoke, American songs. It was a fun night. It was a wild night. Like I say, we were we were far too young for that kind of stuff.
So you didn't get the sleep you were looking to get.
No.
That's funny. I love it.
That was when I was 19. I'm 36 now, and I still remember very, well the hangover that next day. It was bad.
By the way, you said the grannies liked your bass player.
Yes.
Since you were 19.
Yes.
What age did you consider a granny?
Well, I mean,
they were probably just like in their 30s and 40s, right?
No, that would have been okay with us probably. No.
Okay.
No, they were like 55, 60 at least. But they were buying us drinks all night. We were cool. They're like, okay, sweet. Like I said, you couldn't really understand them because they're speaking French, but they were singing.
What were they doing at that hotel? Was there some kind of knitters convention going on? What the heck was it?
We don't know. But,
that's hilarious.
And then there was another time we went through Sarnia, Canada, and customs, because it was a big deal back then that being an American band, you can't go over to Canada and make money. So we would get stopped at customs, and this one time they were like, okay, so you got all this band equipment. We're playing a benefit show. Okay. And then they say, well, what's your band name? And we're like, we made up a band name. It wasn't Strength and Honor, which was our band name. And somehow whoever's riding with us that we usually like our merch girls or whatever, the customs tricked them and asked them another question. Oh, we're going to play a show at Strength and Honor. So here we are. They coughed it up and they pulled us all out of the van and interrogation room, took all the shit out of the van. And needless to say, we didn't get to play that show. They sent us back to the U.S. after hours.
Yeah, hours that happened to me one
craziness.
Time. Yeah, I was driving over up to Alberta province and Edmonton, and similar story. And I had to get out, and I had my dogs with me, and they unloaded everything, and of course found nothing. And
usually how it goes.
Just to be jerks. It was seriously, it was just to be jerks. It had to be, because there's what's suspicious about me, right?
Right. There you go.
They see that, they go, oh yeah, oh, an American, eh? Oh, well, we're going to show you how much we don't like you. I would hope that people will check out Ryan J. I encourage you to listen to some of his songs, purchase his songs, help him out that way. And where do we reach you? Give us all your contact information, please.
Instagram, Facebook, it's all at Ryan J Country. YouTube as well. So Ryan Jay Country at Ryan J Country. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can find it pretty easy there.
Oh man, that's the best. Are you a family man, by the way?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Good.
100%.
What you got?
Well, I got two kids. One's 14, my son, and then my daughter's 12. So yeah. But I'm single. I'm still cordial with the ex and the mom. We get along very well for the children. But I do got my kiddos, that I love very much. And coming out here on the road sometimes it's kind of hard because you got to kind of juggle that. But they're older now where they understand what I'm trying to do, and FaceTime helps a lot. And then when I'm home, I spend time with them, so it all equals out for sure.
Were you a troubled youth? Were you an unruly teenager?
I was a sweet kid until I turned like 14, and then when I turned 14, I wasn't like, I didn't cause like trouble, but I don't know.
You know why I ask?
Yeah.
Every parent says to every bad teenager, I hope you have a kid just like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if that's the case, and my son's like me, he'll give me a little run for the money. But so far, he's about to be 15, and he hasn't gave me too much crap, so we're good.
Oh, good. I'm glad you dodged that bullet.
Yeah. Well, it's not over yet.
This is Ryan J, and follow him and buy some of his music and help him out. And thank you, my friend, for joining me here on How the West Was Heard.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And big shout out to Jeremy for hooking us up too, and hooking me and you up. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it was very nice. I appreciate it too. So let's do it again in the future.
Let's do
Right
it.
here, you can find How the West Was Heard on all the usual media channels, and follow along as I introduce to you new artists like Ryan here, and not just new artists, but maybe people who what comes to mind? Aaron Tippin. I love Aaron Tippin. What's Aaron Tippin doing now? Where is he?
Right. Good question.
So we'll not only introduce you to new artists like Ryan here, but also find out where are they now? Where are the ones that were so great? What are they doing? Why aren't they still doing it? What happened?
Yeah.
On How the West Was Heard. Talk to you later. May God bless you and keep you.
You too.